Alright guys, so today we're making mushroom fruiting blocks with Master's Mix. This is from Mushroom Media Online. Take our scale, make sure it's set to pounds, tear this to 0. Why I'm using this is so if I just put the bag on the scale it doesn't flow over and give me an inaccurate reading. In there. The ratio is 2 pounds of Master's Mix to 3 pounds of water, which will give you a 5-pound fruiting block. One cups a little under 1 pound. 1/2. 2. Sweet. Alright. Now, to that 2 pounds, add 3 pounds of water. Try to get as far as you can. 5. Right, now let these hydrate for a couple seconds. We'll get them wrapped up and loaded into the pressure cooker. So we'll see you at that point. One thing I wanted to make a quick mention of is before you load up your blocks into the pressure cooker, I like to wipe down the sides of my bag. I think that's good practice. Because when it comes out of the pressure cooker, you're going to let it cool, or when it's done pressure cooking, I should say, you're going to let it cool, and then it's ready to inoculate, and you don't want a bunch of crap on the sides of your bag. It should technically be sterilized, but why take the chance when wiping it down? It takes 5 seconds. Down. When you're at the bottom of it, you really just squeeze some air, push it down. Wrap it under the block, and that is a block that's ready to be sterilized. Alright, so one thing I wanted to show is that when I load up these blocks into the pressure cooker, you want the open end of the flap on the top, because if it's facing downward, when the pressure starts to release after everything's done cooking, this vacuums and will suck up water into the bag. So I'm gonna stack the other bags on top of this to push this down. Excuse my dirty hand. And also you wanna fill this pressure cooker up a lot, okay? Because you don't want it running out of water during the 1.5 to 2 hours you're pressure cooking and melting your bags. All right, so everything's loaded up. We've got about 1.5 inches of water in the pressure cooker. We're gonna let this start to boil, and then we'll put the lid on it and close it off. So the last clip you saw was of the pressure cooker running. We let that run at 15 PSI for about 2 hours, and then let that cool overnight. These are our substrate bags. Today we're gonna be using Blue Oyster. This is exactly 3 pounds. So I'm going to be putting 3/4 of a pound in each bag, and I am going to weigh that. Really quick, I'm going to wipe everything down with isopropyl alcohol. Around for that. If you can't tell, this Blue Oyster is a little bit overdone and ready to be spawned for bulk. Probably a week now, maybe over that. That's okay though. That's okay, because if any of you have grown Blue Oyster, you know how aggressive it is. So how we're going to do this, we're going to do our scale right out. 5 pounds. And then I'm actually going to sterilize the scissors too. You guys, you can't be too careful. We're just going to break this up. So we've got our spawn broken up. This is wild bird seed, which I'll never use again. My main grain is oats now. Wild bird seed is so dirty. It takes forever to clean. It's cheap, but oats are just as cheap and much cleaner. So we're gonna shoot for about 12 ounces in each bag. Your impulse seal is ready to go. Seal it off. And when I impulse seal, I always hold it for a second to let the plastic harden. Check the sides of your bag. You can do this. It's sealed right. Yeah. You want to push it down to make sure the spawn is in good contact with the substrate so that it grows out well. And that's a done block. Let's do it 3 more times. And actually now I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just put the spawn in each one and weigh it out and seal them, and at the end I'll shake the rest of them up. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. We're just trying to let those blocks colonize for 7 to 10 days, and then look out for the next video of the update and progress of the blocks colonizing, and of course them fruiting. I have a fruiting chamber type setup that I built myself over here that I might do a video on. So if you want to see what these mushrooms look like in the end, definitely hang around for that. But otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you at part 2.